There are 5 people in our group. Our team members are Arman, Idris, Alif, Eza and Hishamuddin. Nutrient is important for human health and development. Nowadays, obesity are increasing gradually. Body mass index (BMI) is an index of weight for height that is commonly used to classify overweight and obesity. The skin fold measurement method is the most widely used body fat composition testing method for assessing body fat percentage. The result of the study shows the trend of physical fitness is related to BMI and body fat among obese students. The finding from this study could lead to further investigation about obesity awareness program among Malaysian university undergraduates. The population of the study are Police Undergraduate Voluntary Corps, SUCSIS Corps. The sample are 20 SUCSIS Corps, which is consists of 10 male and 10 female.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hari ini saya akan membentangkan tentang objektif kumpulan saya, iaitu yang pertama, to measure body fat levels among obese students. Secondly, to identify the problem of obesity among students and how to deal with it. And lastly is to determine the relationship between body fat level and student gender. Okay, pada bahagian asrama pula, untuk pengetahuan anda semua, kami telah menggunakan metode face to face, iaitu kami pergi sendiri ke tempat kejadian untuk memastikan projek ini berjalan lancar. Kami berjaya mengumpul 20 peserta, iaitu 10 lelaki dan 10 perempuan. Antara alat yang kami gunakan adalah Peter tape dan body fat caliper. Okey. Pada bahagian analisis data pula, kami berjaya pertama kali kami berjaya mengumpulkan 10 lelaki dan 10 perempuan, iaitu 50% lelaki dan 50% perempuan. Selain itu, kami juga menanyakan beberapa soalan semasa proses pengambilan kadar lemak badan. Antara soalan yang kami menanyakan adalah, yang pertama, adakah anda menghidap obesiti? Respon menyatakan 75% pelajar mengatakan tidak dan 25% mengatakan ya. Soalan yang kedua adalah, adakah anda tahu cara mengukur kadar lemak badan? Sama juga macam tadi, respon menyatakan 75% pelajar mengatakan tidak dan 25% pelajar mengatakan ya. Okey, dan untuk soalan yang terakhir adalah, berapa kerap anda bersenam dalam seminggu? Okey, mengikut respon, 35% pelajar mengatakan mereka kerap bersenam, manakala 40% pelajar mengatakan jarang dan 25% pelajar menyatakan mereka sangat jarang bersenam. Okey, itu saja dari saya.
Okay, Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. I am Idris and now I will present about mean, standard deviation and variance of the sample. Okay, first of all, the mean of the sample X bar. Yes, from the table or data given, we just need to insert all the data into the formula. So after we insert all the data, so the final answer we get is 189.9.67 divided by 20, and the answer is 9.4835. Then let's go to the variance and standard deviation. To calculate variance, we need to use the mean X bar that we got just now. After that, just use the formula and calculate it carefully to avoid some silly mistake when we insert it into the calculator. Okay, so after we insert all the data given, we got 121.634 divided by 19, and the answer is 6.40. Okay, lastly, for the standard deviation, we just need to square root the variance, because the variance is the power of the standard deviation. So square root 6.40 to get the answer, and the last answer is 2.53. Okay, we got the mean, variance and standard deviation. Next, we go to the interval estimation. Okay, we got the degree of freedom that equal to 19 and the alpha over 2 is 0.05. Okay, from the t distribution, because we use the t distribution because it small sample, then we got the t alpha over 2 is 2.120. Okay, for the next interval, we just use the formula x bar plus minus t alpha over 2 times standard deviation divided by square root of sample. Okay, then we got the interval 8.28 between and 10.679. Okay, for the conclusion, hence with 99% confidence level, the rate of fat in the body is between 8.28 and 10.679 based on 20 students. Thank you.
Okay, now I will explain about the chi-square test. Okay, firstly, we input the data into the table. We divide the table into 2 columns and 2 rows. Okay, the column is about weight status, which is normal or underweight, and the row is about the gender, male or female. Okay, then we find the value of E. E is the expected frequencies value, which is the formula is row total times by column total divided by sample. Okay, E11 means male normal, E12 means male underweight, E21 means female normal, and E22 means female underweight. Okay, we input the data into the formula, then we get the values. Okay, then we find the test statistic for chi-square test. The formula is total O minus E square over E. O is observed frequencies value. We input the data into the formula, then we got the value is 1.25. Next, we write the hypothesis. Hypothesis null is gender and weight status are not related, while hypothesis 1, gender and weight status are related. Okay, last but not least, we assume that alpha is 0.05. We find the degree of freedom, which is the formula is row minus 1 times by column minus 1. The answer is 1. So from the chi-square table, we get the critical value is 3.841. So the conclusion is the test statistic equal to 1.25 is less than critical value, which is 3.841. Since it falls in non-rejection region, so we do not reject the hypothesis null, and we know that gender and weight status are not related.
Next, we'll talk about one-way ANOVA test. In this part, we will test about the relationship between weight status and the body fat percentage. First, we must calculate the value of the test statistic using ANOVA table. We will find the degree of freedom, sum of square, mean of square of data between the group and within the group. After we get all the value, we can calculate the test statistic, which 9.9183. Next, to test the equality of the body fat percentage, means of both work status at 1% significant level. First, we write the hypothesis. The null hypothesis is mu1 equal to mu2, where the mean body fat percentage of both groups are equal. The alternative hypothesis is both means are not equal. In this test, we use F distribution. At 1% significant level, the degree of freedom of numerator is equal to 1. Degree of freedom of denominator is equal to 18. From the F distribution table, we find the critical F is equal to 8.29. So any number greater than 8.29, we will reject the null hypothesis. Next, we compare the value of test statistic F and the critical value. Because the value of test statistic F is greater than critical value, it falls in rejection region. Hence, we reject the null hypothesis and conclude that the means of both groups are not equal. So, both weight status do not seem to affect the body fat percentage of the students.
In conclusion, the study analysis responded from several of our students. Microsoft Excel is software that we analyze the data and graph. The pie chart shows the respondent is male with 50% and female is 50%. The estimation mean variance standard deviation of body fat level is 9.4835, 6.4 and 2.53. Through chi-square test, we can conclude that gender and weight status are not related and independent. Through ANOVA test, we can conclude that the means of both are not equal. Both weight status do not seem to affect body fat percent of the student. That's all from us. Thank you.